Hello, everyone. I'm Kumar, Dean of Penn Engineering. Thank you all for joining me for this virtual 2021 commencement ceremony. Graduates, you've each achieved the tremendous goal you set for yourself just a few years ago. You now hold a degree in engineering from Penn, a truly significant accomplishment. Parents, spouses, partners, family members, and friends, your strong support helped to make this day a reality. I'm a Penn parent myself, and I know how you must feel. The elation and pride in your graduate is an experience to be treasured. Commencement at Penn is always a very happy day. On campus, we feel a constant buzz and enjoy thousands of smiles, hugs, and handshakes. The immense pride for everyone involved is palpable. 364 days ago, I presented my first, and as I thought at the time, the only virtual commencement address of my lifetime. Unfortunately, for the second year in a row, we're unable to celebrate together in the palestra. But the excitement remains, and the celebration is joyous. We all have our own stories of the many ways that the coronavirus pandemic has changed our world. But the authors of the biggest story are collectively the class of 2021. You did not let the pandemic define you or diminish your Penn experience. Yes, it was certainly not what you'd imagined when you first stepped foot on our campus, but you still took classes. You completed projects, nurtured friendships, learned from caring teachers, mentors, and peers, and created a framework for yourself where you could rightfully take your place as a Penn Engineering graduate. You've learned to push forward. You've been hardworking and resilient in the face of unprecedented challenges. I am so proud of each and every one of you for receiving a diploma from Penn. Please give yourselves and your classmates a huge round of applause. You deserve it. As a scientist and as an engineer, I cannot help but to step back and picture this entire experience in a way that some others might not. For me, watching this pandemic unfold in real time has been like watching and experiencing the biggest scientific experiment that could be conducted. The scale is vast, and it incorporates many disciplines: science, medicine, economics, and of course, engineering. I believe I can say that this experiment has taught us 3 lessons. First, we know that science and engineering are crucial for solving some of the biggest challenges that we face on this planet. Second, it's important to view science and technology through the lens of society. Never before has this connection between technology and society been so deeply intertwined. Third, the value of resilience is indisputable. Let me repeat the first point. Science and engineering matter, and they're essential for humanity. We counted on science to sequence the virus, to understand the role of mRNA in cells, and how to get cells to successfully produce proteins encoded in injected mRNA. This, of course, led to the development of new vaccines for COVID-19 in an incredibly short period of time of less than a year, and with astonishingly high efficacy. But it was also the logistics, the engineering of the supply chain, the back-end automation, and the data-driven approaches to honing the processes that led to the amazing ramp-up from 0 vaccines per day to over 3 million vaccines administered per day in the US in just 5 months. On our own campus, we're now able to do 40,000 COVID tests per week, something that was unthinkable just 5 months ago. But never before in our lifetimes have we seen events like those accompanying the pandemic reveal fault lines between society and trust in science and technology. And how, if a certain tipping point is reached, it will not matter how effective our solutions are if the people who need to trust us do not. Indeed, the world needs more engineers to address societal grand challenges. And not only do we need more engineers, we need them to be able to connect to more diverse communities and be relatable to people with different experiences and upbringings. This leads me to my second lesson, which is succinctly captured in a speech given by William Wolfe, former president of the National Academy of Engineering. He said, "Diversity is an absolute necessity." He goes on to say, it's not just that it would be nice if we were all more diverse. The issue is much more important than that. I believe it's an issue of absolute necessity. Many people talk about the need for diversity as an issue of equity, in terms of fairness, and that's a potent argument. He then says, my argument is essentially that the quality of engineering is affected by diversity, or the lack thereof. Finally, he says, as a consequence of a lack of diversity, we pay an opportunity cost, a cost in designs not thought of, in solutions not produced. If you believe, as I do, that the critical path to addressing societal grand challenges relies on engineering and technology, the lack of diversity is a huge opportunity cost and one that we cannot afford to pay. We've seen this opportunity cost before, right here in our school 75 years ago. If you had been in the Moore Building in 1945, you would not have known it, but you would have been standing next to a secret project being developed that would come to be known as ENIAC, the world's first digital computer. In stark contrast with today's tech industry, 100% of the programmers working on the project were women. They worked in our school, a school that would not admit them as students or grant them degrees. They worked in secret, not to be acknowledged or thanked for decades. They brought us the technology that would eventually lead to me being able to speak to you through a screen. We missed a huge opportunity. People in leadership positions at that time saw what women were capable of, and yet they did not push for change. Barriers were kept in place that not only hurt women who aspired to be engineers, they hurt our entire field. We paid the opportunity cost of continuing to waste the potential of 50% of human talent, and those effects are still being felt today. The systemic racism and bias in society is not just an issue of equity. It definitely is. But in engineering, it's even more so. It's hurt our collective ability to have impact on this world. And we cannot allow this to continue. What I ask of you, the class of 2021, is that as you go throughout your careers, do whatever you can to expand opportunities for the engineers coming behind you. Recognize the chances that you have to affect change and don't waste those opportunities. Think of all the shoulders you stand on today, and when the time comes, be a shoulder for the next generation. The third lesson the pandemic has taught us is about resilience. And I don't mean resilience in the way it's used colloquially. I mean it in a sense that only engineers will appreciate. So much of our world is about optimization. Engineers optimize for cost. We invest in projects that cost the least and that can be completed as quickly as possible, using the least amount of resources. Indeed, we learn about optimization in our very first course on calculus. How do we find a minimum or a maximum of a function? Is optimization the right way to build our infrastructure? Whether it was about shortage of toilet paper a year ago, the delays in securing laptops for schooling, the global shortage of microchips, and the slowdown in automotive production caused by a fire in a single factory in Japan, the shutting down of nearly half of all power-generating units in Texas because of a winter storm, or the blockage of 10% of global trade in the Suez Canal because of a quarter-mile-long ship gone astray. All these disruptions were caused by our obsession for optimized performance at the expense of resilience. And the magnitudes of these disruptions were amplified by the pandemic. As Penn engineers, it's your moral imperative to design, architect, and create systems that will be resilient to yet-to-be-imagined disruptions. But for all of you listening today, and for the faculty of Penn Engineering, the most significant example of resilience is exemplified by the class of 2021. Graduates, no one could have predicted your final year at Penn. If someone had proposed this grand experiment to you last March, you would have been right in questioning if you would have made it through to today. But you adapted to changing conditions. You overcame seemingly insurmountable challenges to complete your degree. And I'm sure, as you face new challenges in your life, you will look back on this pandemic and your experience and tell yourself, if I can survive that, then I can certainly do this. The class of 2021 has an unwritten line on its resume that reads, "Graduated amidst a global pandemic." You exemplified resilience, and I could not be prouder of you and your accomplishments. Class of 2021, as newly minted alumni, you are now ambassadors of Penn Engineering. Science and engineering matter. It must be an all-hands-on-deck effort for all members of our society. And it's now your responsibility to not only carry the lessons of resilience learned from the pandemic forward, but also make sure that you encourage the best and the brightest and the most diverse students to pursue careers in engineering, and even better, to become a part of the Penn Engineering community. You are now a graduate of the School of Engineering and Applied Science at the University of Pennsylvania. Congratulations.
Graduation for me is definitely a very sentimental moment just as a first-generation student. I'm very excited to not only look upon my future steps, but also those of my classmates. I'm very excited for the potential that many people are going to achieve in the next couple of years.
College has been a great experience, and I'm super excited to be moving forward and taking all the skills that I've learned at Penn Engineering onto the next step.
I'm Archit, Dhar, and I'm graduating with a degree in systems engineering from Penn Engineering. Dean Kumar, esteemed faculty, friends, and families, thank you for gathering, albeit virtually, to celebrate the tireless efforts and unforgettable memories in the past 4 years of the Penn Engineering class of 2021. I'm incredibly humbled to be speaking here today, but I would be remiss to not begin this speech by thanking my parents for their sacrifices, commitment to my growth, and belief in me. Frankly, I wish I were surrounded by all of you in the palestra delivering some message of the unprecedented times being over, but we're still in those unprecedented times. And I know how hard it is to feel like we're finally turning the corner. Instead of hitting Distrito or getting to walk into Tangent Hall for the first time, I'm speaking asynchronously to a fancy camera crew, and Distrito delayed its opening 5 times this past semester. Regardless of where you are right now and what time zone you're watching this in, today is your day. This speech is for you. As I sought to reflect on my 4 years at Penn Engineering, I turned to Disney's 2006 masterpiece, High School Musical. One scene in particular stood out to me. Troy Bolton, star basketball player and lead in the musical, speaks to Kelsey, the pianist and composer, who's feeling low for being overlooked and underappreciated. He says, "Without you, Kelsey, there is no show. You're the playmaker here." I know I'm not the only person that can sympathize with Kelsey. Engineers can often feel overlooked and boxed into being behind-the-scenes personalities. But we are smashing that stereotype because, in reality, we are the playmakers. Whether it's in class, at a hackathon, or attempting to optimize which happy hour we're going to, we are the ones who are consistently called upon to execute under pressure, understand the why, and deliver solutions. Playmakers are also the ones that can answer the toughest questions. The same goes for Penn engineers. Just think about all the questions we've been asked over the years. What is a Taylor series, and is it on Netflix or Hulu? What is systems engineering, and why do I get more likes on my Piazza posts than on my Facebook profile picture? Our peers may joke to us that they've never been to our side of campus, but we know how much we've grown in our time at Levine, Skirkanich, Moore, LRSM, and Town. We came to Penn as lost first years and are leaving as grown and energized scholars, all taking different paths. We couldn't have predicted the way that we turned out, but not only have we become incredible engineers, we've become incredible singers, painters, athletes, DRL enthusiasts, researchers, writers, and so much more. As we approach the next stage of our lives, think back to the moments where we performed under pressure, where something that made absolutely no sense finally clicked the morning of an exam. When you figured out the part of your device that was causing an issue and you fixed it, and the time you finally had your code work and compile after hours of debugging. All of these feelings of success and completion came from dire situations. These are things to reflect on fondly and be proud of. These are experiences that prepare us to be playmakers in the real world. Playmakers are ready to defy the status quo and not play by the rules. We've all adopted unique intersections between our lives in and out of the classroom. Our diverse backgrounds and interests will be critical when we are called upon to develop solutions for the future. The playbook has turned its next page, and the ball is in our court. Today, we're officially engineers, intellectually curious, and ready to take on the next challenge ahead of us. Ready to be playmakers.
I think my favorite memories have to be working late at night on a lab project in mechanical engineering, and then having a very successful demo with the rest of my team the next day.
I'd like to remember all the late nights and how great it felt to solve a really difficult problem at the end of the day.
My name is Jieying Chen, and I'm graduating with a Master in Biotechnology from Penn Engineering. Thank you, Dean Kumar, Penn Engineering faculty and staff, friends and family, for giving me this opportunity to share a few words with you today. I felt extremely honored when I was invited to speak. When I came to Penn, I wanted to make my time here count by being a part of a community that helps bring opportunities to students. My story began when I saw the application for a board position in Penn Biotech Group, which is an organization that aims to provide students with real-world business and consulting experiences. While I was eager to apply, I wasn't sure if I would be qualified. However, one of the PBG co-presidents encouraged me to give it a try since he saw my dedication and thought that I would be a great candidate. His words of encouragement made all of the difference. Through PBG, I've had the freedom to come up with my own ideas and to take control of my own projects, to try out different skill sets, and to push my limits. The uncertainty I once felt was gone, thanks to the friends I've made there, who are always grateful for my contributions and are not shy about complimenting my strengths and offering constructive criticism. Beyond PBG, I've made friends who do the same things that my family would do for me, listen to my concerns and doubts when I'm lost, encourage me to take on challenges, and believe that I can do well. Immersed in this kindness and encouragement, I started to see my own value and newfound confidence when I started to seek other opportunities. Now, when I meet people who have doubts about themselves or their decisions, I find myself doing the same thing that my community did for me, showing kindness and being supportive. Even though I've only been at Penn Engineering for less than 2 years, I know what the school is like. Here at Penn, we care about not only ourselves, but also the well-being of others. We strive for not only our self-growth, but also the positive impacts we make in our community. We believe in one another and we lift each other up during challenges and hardships. As we embark on the next chapter of our lives, I hope that one thing you will always remember from Penn is kindness. I've come to believe in myself and to think more positively because of the kindness and encouragement I received from a Penn community. And I'm sure that you will make a difference in your future community by bringing in the empowering nature of a Quaker. Now, commencement isn't just a graduation ceremony, but the celebration of a new beginning. So congratulations, class of 2021, for reaching such a huge milestone and starting a new journey in your life.
It's been a wild ride. No one would have expected that our college experiences would look like this, but no one else's will ever look like this the same, so I guess we're very unique.
It took a moment, but especially last semester, I think we started getting back in the groove of things and realizing that Penn is a lot more about the people you're around, less about like the classrooms you're in. It was hard, but I think that in the end, we kind of made it work, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
Graduates, I've invited a few of our distinguished alumni, all former commencement speakers, to share their words of wisdom and congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. I am delighted and thrilled for all of you, and also grateful for the opportunity to put on something other than the work-from-home comfort wear I've been sporting for a year. So really a huge round of applause for all of you. Now, as newly minted graduates of Penn Engineering, you've already demonstrated that you're smart, you're hardworking, you're tough, and probably able to drink coffee in mass quantities. But as you go out into the world, I would also make this suggestion: be flexible. I'm the president of the Philly Fed, a central banker, something I had no idea I'd be doing when I graduated from Penn Engineering. This has been a theme of my life, and I suspect it will be for yours as well. I never expected to be an academic administrator before I became dean at Wharton. And when I first arrived at Penn as a student, part of me couldn't believe I was there. An Ivy League education was not something I even dreamed of when I was a kid growing up in a blue-collar town in South Jersey, being raised by my mom who didn't go to college. Flexibility works because it primes you to take advantage of the unexpected and often surprising opportunities when they come your way. And it also helps you get through challenging times. Because speaking of the unexpected, I did not, you probably did not, foresee a global pandemic forcing us to hold this commencement event virtually. I would also urge you to be grateful. Think of those who paved the way for you to be here today and be grateful for them. Don't dismiss people based on rank or title. That's the wrong way to look at the world on its face and will also only deny you opportunities. You never know who will open the door for you. And be grateful, too, for the terrific education you've received at Penn Engineering. The value of your degree is not only the deep technical knowledge that you've gained, but also in the first-rate liberal arts education you've received. What you've just accomplished is an increasingly rare gift, a rounded, holistic education. To be honest, there aren't that many engineers who can say that. Hopefully, that education has helped you learn to be curious. Because that's another piece of advice I have for you. Stoke your own curiosity. Seek out where you can add value, whether in life-changing engineering research or in a completely different field that you haven't even thought about yet. Life, like engineering and central banking, can often be pretty complicated. But sometimes the best advice is simple. The English writer Damien Barr has observed that, quote, "We are not all in the same boat. We are in the same storm. Some of us are on super yachts. Some of us have just one oar." In the end, what matters is to be kind and to help out where you can. End quote. So again, a huge congratulations to you and your families. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Dean Kumar, for your comments and introduction. I'm honored to be here today, sharing in a day that is so important to you and your families. I'd like to thank Penn's president, Dr. Amy Gutman, the Board of Trustees, and the Engineering School's Board of Overseers for the opportunity. Additionally, I want to thank the Engineering School's Dean, Dr. Vijay Kumar, for his continued leadership of this remarkable engineering school and the invitation to speak to you. Finally, and most importantly, I want to congratulate the graduates. You have reached a milestone that should be the source of tremendous pride and confidence. Your accomplishment is the direct result of hard work and sacrifice. And knowing what I do about this great university, you are well prepared for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. 33 years ago, I was in your shoes. Not quite. There wasn't a global pandemic, and I didn't endure a year of virtual learning, nor being able to see and hang out with my friends. That said, I did feel relieved, proud, and a little sad about a chapter closing, and a little anxious about what was to come next. As I thought about what I might be able to offer you today, I was taken back to a few key lessons I learned here at Penn. Additionally, I have to admit the last 13 months have influenced my comments today. I fully expected that my years at Penn would result in my improvement, specifically being equipped with an expanded set of skills in the electrical engineering field. What I didn't expect from Penn was an overall improvement in me as a person. I definitely emerged with a new set of skills, but also a set of experiences that shaped me and served as a basis for continual improvement. COVID presented me with a dilemma. How was I to continue on a path of continual improvement when all of my go-to moves were no longer available to me? I found myself recalling my years at Penn to address this dilemma. In the early months, I put in place a regular occurring routine whose sole objective was to maintain my sanity and an eye toward continued improvement. I had to laugh at the fact that this was the same approach I took during my years at Penn. My Penn friends and mentors had encouraged me to approach my academic and social interests with a plan and try to stick to that plan despite any interruptions. I was also counseled that my plan needed to be realistic and applied over the long term. I took that counsel to heart, so much so that I found myself resorting to the same approach during the initial months of the pandemic. I won't bore you with the details, but every day had a little bit of exercise, family connection, a lot of Zoom virtual calls, and decompression and separation. I was pleasantly surprised that I was more productive and efficient, and I was able to continue on my continual self-improvement. In many ways, I came to realize that our circumstances will always change in ways that we can never anticipate. So the first lesson I would offer is this: stay focused on continual self-improvement by establishing a routine that is repeatable and enduring. Lesson number 2 is about staying connected to your family and friends. I'm guessing that one of the first impacts from COVID was the fact we couldn't physically be with our friends and family. I'm also guessing that we immediately felt the sense of loss and reflected on the things that we may have taken for granted. During your years at Penn, I'm assuming that each of you had cultivated a group of friends. I'm also guessing that those relationships made your years at Penn rewarding and contributed to your happiest memories. As you move on from school, you will inevitably meet new people and build new relationships. The new life challenges and opportunities will make it challenging to sustain your current friendships. These relationships will not operate on autopilot, and I believe the last 13 months brought that to light. My Penn relationships have had a direct positive impact on my well-being, happiest memories, and professional success. To this day, I maintain a regularly occurring conversation with my former roommates on a variety of topics ranging from professional to family. I rely on their opinions and recommendations, many of which have influenced my life and business decisions, and frankly, I miss not seeing them physically. The last 13 months have challenged me to maintain my friendships and family relationships. That said, I found it critical toward being grounded and providing me comfort in what was otherwise a very uncertain environment. As you embark on your next endeavors, maintain and invest in your relationships. Relentlessly pursue it, no matter the distance or circumstances. You will receive as much benefit as they will from the ongoing connection. Another outcome from my COVID experience was the realization that being an active member and contributor to our community is essential. This was particularly brought to light in the midst of the pandemic, as many of our communities grappled with racial and social equity issues. At Penn, I learned that making a sincere, consistent, and earnest contribution to the broader community usually led to a better outcome. Current circumstances have certainly introduced challenges to what typical engagement used to look like. The needs for your current and future engagement in your communities is important. There will always be challenges to being active in your community, personal and professional conflicts, changing priorities, and life events. To the extent possible, continue to contribute where you can. It will make the world a better place and impact those around you in ways that are difficult to assess. That's lesson 3. Continue to contribute to your broader community through active engagement and participation. It will positively impact those around you and contribute to making this world a better place. I want to thank you very much for letting me participate on your special day. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Dean Kumar. Newly minted graduates, friends, and family, congratulations on this momentous occasion. As a Penn Engineering alum, I have an unbiased and completely objective view that there's no finer institution than Penn Engineering. Today, I am honored to welcome the class of 2021 into our prestigious Alumni Society. You've upped the game as a graduating class. There wasn't a playbook for how to resume classes when you can't return to campus from spring break to get your laptop. How to deliver a master's thesis or senior design project when you can't step foot in labs. How to take care of a COVID-positive housemate who you're quarantined with. You rose to the challenge, and we saw each of you activate the most important superpower that we have as humans. That superpower is the power of choice. As professors, we were so inspired by how you chose to meet every challenge thrown at you this year with steely determination against a backdrop that no graduating class has had to navigate. Some of you chose to go home to be with family during the pandemic. For some, this was halfway around the world, and you chose to diligently watch asynchronous lectures or to stay up into the wee hours to meet with your project teams. You chose projects that you were passionate about, but meant you had to jerry-rig experiments to create literal homegrown prototypes. You chose to support each other by grocery shopping for friends who were quarantined. You chose to not let depression get the better of you. You chose to get out of bed, put on the top part of your suit to interview for jobs, even though you mentally did not have the energy to do so. Life could not have thrown you a weirder 15 months, but you chose to not let that throw you off course, which has led us to today, your graduation. We are celebrating with your support system, your parents, your siblings, your extended family, friends, and your professor fan club who are bursting with pride in what you have achieved. In the midst of one of the most challenging years in history, from COVID-19 to racial unrest to a divided political country, you have blossomed and graduated to become Penn engineers. The world is still not normal, and it likely will never return to where it was. However, we are so glad you are our future leaders who will guide us into the new normal. I want you to remember, as you embark on the next adventure, that you alone have the power to choose in every moment. Do you say something or not? Do you take action or not? Even insignificant choices may change your life forever. Like when I decided to go to a small workshop in DC that I really didn't have the time for. That one singular choice, to spend a few hours with some people, led to a cascade of events that resulted in my current role. Today, we're launching over 1,300 of you, and over the course of your lives, you will make millions of choices. Have the courage to make inconvenient choices, bold choices, scary choices. You never know where they may take you. And if you don't like the choice you made yesterday, make a different choice tomorrow. Always remember that you are powered by Penn Engineering and you are powered to make your own choices. More so than any other class before you, I can safely say you've got this. Congratulations.
Come, all ye loyal classmates now in hall and campus through. Lift up your hearts and voices for the royal red and blue. Fair Harvard has her crimson, old Yale her colors too. But for dear Pennsylvania, we wear the red and blue. Hurrah, hurrah, Pennsylvania, hurrah for the red and the blue. Hurrah, 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 hurrah for the red and blue.
Congratulations, Penn Engineering graduates!
From Frida's Food Court to the graduates of 2021 School of Engineering.
Good
luck and God bless. We love you.
To the class of 2021, congratulations on all that you have accomplished. We celebrate you today and can't wait to see the impact you'll make on the world.
Congratulations, you've done it! You've worked so hard and we are so proud of you.
Congratulations to the class of 2021 and best wishes for the future.
You have done a great job. Congratulations to all of you. We are very proud of you.
Hello, you MSc graduates. Bloody good job. My hat goes off to you.
Congratulations, Masters of Data Science students. We wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you for joining us at Penn and adding to our community.
Your independent and collaborative projects were insightful, impactful, and inspiring.
Keep in touch and time to go out and do all the amazing things with what you've learned.
Congratulations to all of you in the class of 2021. We wish you all the best of luck and I hope that you'll keep in touch.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. We're so proud of what you've done.
I'd like to congratulate all Penn Engineering graduates. Wow, good job. So now go and change the world right here.
Congratulations to all of our graduating seniors and master's students. We are so proud of you, and we hope when we're on the other side of the pandemic, you come back to visit so we can celebrate with you in person. For all our material science and engineering students, we'll have butter cookies waiting for you.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. We're so proud of you. From the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
Congratulations, everyone.
Engineering class of 2021, congratulations on a job well done.
Congratulations to all of you for completing your master's studies. This has been a challenging year for everyone. All the more you should be proud of your achievements. We look forward to seeing all the great things you can accomplish in future. Please stay in touch.
Congratulations to our undergraduate and master's graduate students.
Congratulations to all the Penn Engineering graduates, particularly those from material science and engineering.
Warmest congratulations on your graduation. I wish you a very successful and exciting next chapter.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You have done it. You have graduated. These are enduring times, to say the least. With such times comes clarity on unprecedented solutions to unique opportunities. We are fully confident that you all have what it takes to guide us into the future, which no doubt will look very different from the past. We can't wait to see you achieve these great heights and we are here to support you in your journeys. Congratulations once again.
Congratulations, 2021 graduates. Go out there now and make us Penn proud.
The administrative staff of the Computer and Information Science Department would like to say to all of the graduates, congratulations.
This is Julia Falcon, undergraduate coordinator in CBE, saying congratulations, class of 2021. It's been a pleasure working with you.
To our material science students, we wish you success and happiness.
Congratulations. We are so proud of you. You are the future of our country. Congratulations, Penn grads.
Hello, seniors. Congratulations on your graduation from Penn and your perseverance through a most unusual senior year that none of us could have ever predicted. Go out into the world, do cool things, make Penn Engineering proud, and please remember to come back and visit with us.
I'm so happy to share the excitement of the graduation day with you, and I wish you all the best.
Just want to add my congratulations to all the chemical and biomolecular engineering graduates for a job well done. We're very proud of you, and please enjoy the day and stay in touch and let us know about all the great things you're doing in the future.
Congrats, everyone. Keep in touch.
We know it's been a challenging year, but we are so proud of all you've accomplished and all you will go on to do. Good luck in your future endeavors.
Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Hi, it's Courtney. I want to wish a warm congratulations to all of our Master of Biotechnology graduates. Congratulations.
This is a special congratulations to the Robotics Masters graduates. You make us very proud, and we can't wait to see what the future has in store for you. Wishing you nothing but the best.
Congratulations to our first MCIT Online graduates. We are so proud of you.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
Congratulations to our graduates. The dedication each of you have shown in your studies will no doubt lead you to bigger accomplishments in life.
What a proud day. We couldn't be happier for you. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations on all the work and perseverance that you've put in, especially during this last tough year. Best wishes on all the opportunities that may come your way.
Congratulations, nanotechnology graduates.
Congratulations, class of 2021. We could not be more proud of what you have been able to accomplish in spite of the circumstances. I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Congratulations! You're gonna love telling stories of your COVID graduation.
Class of 2021, we here at MEME are so proud of you.
Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Congratulations, class of 2021. We're very proud of all that you've done.
As faculty director of the NanoMasters program, my congratulations to all of you graduating today.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
To our nanotechnology master students, what an incredible accomplishment in a particularly hard time. Congratulations.
Hi, class of 2021. I know it's been a year like no other, but you made it. Congratulations, and a special shout out to all of the MEME graduates this year.
Congratulations and best wishes to the amazing master's class of 2021 in Material Science and Engineering.
Folks, congratulations. You are all quite wonderful. And as I tell my advisees, it's my job to supply the applause. And therefore,
congratulations to the class of 2021 from the Penn CIS Advising Office.
Yay, great job.
Woo!
We're so proud of you.
Good luck. Godspeed.
Congratulations.
Once again, thank you for joining us on this joyous occasion. Congratulations to all of the graduates.